Hi Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a mid-August tarot reading for your money and career situation. Keep in mind it's meant to be brief. It's just something to keep in mind as we go through the reading. But as I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind general reading for the sign of Taurus. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As well, don't forget to check out your other placements within your chart for more messages, alrighty? I'll do one more shuffle this way. Alrighty, and keep in mind intuitive reading for the sign of Taurus, and we're going to pull 6 cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck. For Taurus's money and career situation mid-August. Okay. Bear with me, had to change hands. Alrighty. So we got the 6. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Make sure to stay present. There's a potential to, in the second half of the month, slip back to the past in one way, shape, or form. Stay present or look towards your future. Alright, there's an importance when it comes to that. So we're beginning with the 3 of Pentacles. As you begin the second half of the month, you'll find yourself getting a sense of recognition, appreciation coming through, whether it's from coworkers, people outside of your job. It just feels like eyes are on you in one way, shape, or form. Whatever progress that you've made recently in the first half of the month or in July, there's a highlight on it. You know, if you aren't feeling that everyone's looking at you, it just feels as if you're focusing on it, right? There's a significance. You'll see a lot of 3s. You'll find that the 3s are to remind you of the success that you deserve at this time, or to continue a certain level of progress or consistency when trying to achieve what you desire at this time. Feeling as if a lot of the time, in this first chunk of the second half of the month, you feel inclined to relax or take a very relaxed approach to your career or your finances, and then at other times you're like, okay, let me stand up, let me do this, feeling very motivated in a more kind of active way. But again, it just feels like a lot of people are going to be noticing you in the beginning of this second half of the month for all that you've achieved or just the effort you've been putting through, feeling as if you desire more attention. For some of you, need to kind of accept the spotlight to a certain extent. It just feels like a lot of you have started a new endeavor, a new project recently, or looking to in the near future, which gives you a certain level of attention. Page of Cups. As you make your way to the middle of the 3rd week of the month, you find yourself feeling a little bit out of it, or you find yourself daydreaming to a certain extent, thinking about a certain level of success that you desire at this time. Some of you thinking very thoroughly about your financial comfort that you desire, or some goals that you set in place more in regards to your finances, but for some of you, career as well. Feeling as if there's a purchase on the horizon that you're thinking about, but just haven't really mustered up the courage or felt as if it's doable within your budget or financial situation to go for it just yet. Feeling as if a lot of you, this is when I feel is the middle of both weeks, it's very possible to think back to the past, so just tread carefully, because that can become a state of overthinking, of course. And I feel like a lot of you will need to wrap yourself up with water in the middle of the first half of the second half of the month in order to calm yourself down, wear a lot of blue, feeling like a level of peace comes over you, but just to kind of maintain that, or, you know, to cleanse your energy in one way, shape, or form. Feeling like a lot of you are empaths. The Star. And so you make your way to wrap up the 3rd week of the month, and you find yourself doing a bit of healing. You looking towards your future in a positive and optimistic way, but just as easily looking back to the past. So just be careful that that state of being state of mind doesn't drift into the end of the 3rd week. It feels like you guys have a lot of healing to do in regards to your past career opportunities, jobs, the ones that didn't work out per se, or you just kind of feeling as if the progress you've made up until this point isn't enough for you, even if it's gained a bit of attention. And a lot of you feeling a bit drained to a certain extent, but as well feeling as if things could be a lot more colorful when it comes to your career, to your finances, feeling like things are a bit bleak or a bit dreary at this time. And as well, I just feel as if a lot of you are going to remind yourself or be reminded in one way, shape, or form from those around you that you're a star in the making, that there's a lot to achieve in your future, but at times feeling as if you think that you've kind of reached your potential, but it feels as if a lot of you Tauruses have just begun to touch that potential, and it's time for you to move towards exceeding it. All right, and we have the Six of Cups to move on to the last half of the spread, to the last week. So you begin this last week of the month and you find yourself feeling very nostalgic, thinking back to old jobs, past financial situations. A lot of you are regretting leaving a past job. So I know I said in the middle of the 2 weeks it was very potential, there was the potential, excuse me, to think back, but it feels as if it's more so everything but the beginning and the end of the both weeks, okay? And so you find yourself thinking back to the beginning of your work experience. You know, a lot of you thinking back to your first job and how everything's proceeded and progressed from that, from there. And you allowing yourself to take it step by step, day by day, and just kind of bring it back. You know, learn from what you're reflecting on, what you're thinking back to, but don't allow it to overwhelm you to a certain extent, because taking it back that far can be a lot to handle. But being aligned with the Three of Pentacles, it just feels as if you will kind of take it from all the way back, you know, up to the current successes and the attention you're receiving, feeling as if you want to accomplish more, but just needing to remember that everything that happened in the past happened for a reason, and it's kind of led you up to where you are, for the good and for the bad, and to take it step by step as you look to achieve more and more within your career, within your business, in your financial situation. You feeling a little bit somber as you make your way into the middle of the last week of the month, but feeling as if a lot of you will receive an opportunity that's not meant for you, or thinking back to a past job or opportunity that you rejected or just felt wasn't right for you, feeling as if you trusted your intuition one way, shape, or form, or for some of you ignored that intuition and it didn't work out for you. All right, so it's a reminder in the middle of the last week of the month to trust that beautiful Taurus intuition as you move forward, and also to utilize your very analytical mind to your advantage. Being aligned with the Page of Cups, you'll find yourself feeling very out of it as you think back to a past opportunity or past opportunities, or you find yourself thinking about one that's at hand, trying to sort through, for a lot of you, whether or not to continue with a current job opportunity or career opportunity, to figure out what's right for you, finding that you're weighing a lot of pros and cons, or just, again, figuring out what's right for you, and feeling as if you're just still a bit out of it, or a bit daydreamy. You'll find yourself as well at this part of the month needing to wrap yourself up with nature. It'll help you with any anxiety that you do have at this time, or simply it'll help you refocus in one way, shape, or form. There's also this part of the month where you'll find yourself needing to kind of bring it back and focus on the abundance you do have at hand. And again, just remember that every little thing happens for a reason. Just keep that in mind. Page of Swords. So you finish up the last week of the month and you find yourself gaining a new level of knowledge. For a lot of you, it's a job that you're looking to take on, or a business you're trying to get off the ground in one way, shape, or form. Or you just feeling as if you are doing a lot of reading and it's either distracting you to a certain extent from your work, or it's to benefit you in one way, shape, or form when it comes to your job, your career. A lot of you checking your bank account, figuring out certain parts of your finances that need to be improved, or just checking your statements more than once to make sure everything's good. and allowing yourself to go through a bit of a balancing act, or it just feels like you're going through a bit of a balancing act as you're trying to juggle everything, your finances, your career, and other areas of your life. A reminder will come through, if not remind yourself to go to instill a bit more of balance when it comes to all the areas. You know, a lot of you Tauruses, it feels as if you are more inclined to focus on your money and career more so than the other areas of your life. But being aligned with the star, it's just as you go through a lot of learning, gaining knowledge, and reflecting throughout this second half of the month, you finish up the month on a very healing note as well. So the healing takes place throughout both weeks, but very much the end of both of the weeks. And you allowing yourself to remember that you're a star in the making, that you can achieve whatever you desire at this time, even if it entails gaining more knowledge and doing what you have to. But finishing up the month on a very kind of stern note, allow yourself to remember that things are progressing, even if it doesn't feel like it at times, and to do what you have to do to make your way towards the completion of certain career and financial goals. All right, Taurus? So with this reading, pulling a small Making Magic card for Taurus, let's see, to finish up. Star, the silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. Love it, and we have the star card. It's a reminder throughout this second half of the month that, again, you're a star in the making, but luck is on your side with whatever you begin to approach or try to achieve, and to keep that kind of good luck, optimism, and hope within you as you look to achieve this and that within your career and finances. All right, Taurus? So if this reading was truly helpful, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best, send you love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Taurus.